Hi everybody. Today I want to start with a quote by Beyonce, which I read recently. It says, "We have to teach our boys the rule of equality and respect so that as they grow up, gender equality becomes a natural way of life." It is so true. It completely resonated with me. Most of the time, we are fine in raising our girls like boys, which I have a problem with as well, but we leave our boys when it comes to gender equality. Today, I'm not talking about raising boys gender equally or girls gender equally. I'm talking about how to make a gender equal environment a reality in your houses, in your communities, in your space. So here are some tried and tested things which we have been doing as a family, and they have beautifully worked for us, because right now it's me and my husband who totally believe in gender equality, and we have a little feminist growing in our house who completely lives by gender equality. So here are a couple of things. First point is, make gender equality real. See around your houses. Look at the chores. Look at the finances. Look at the way people interact with each other. Is it completely equal? Is it respectful? Are the chores divided based on the availability of the person and the expertise rather than the gender of the person? Are the communication that go on, the respect in the environment, is it gender neutral? Is the tone of your environment gender neutral? A very simple thing. Driving a car, who's responsible for it? Is it just the husband because he's the man of the house? Or it can be anybody who drives better or is available at that point in time. What about changing bulb? What about cooking? What about grocery shopping? See all these things around you and you will know how gender neutral your environment is. Make it real. No matter how much you tell your children, what they see around them becomes their reality. So that's point number one. Start with simple chores. Obviously, as parents, you divide chores amongst your children, I hope. So don't, if you have a two gender environment, don't give boys specific chores and girls chores which are seemingly appropriate for girls. If a boy should know how to change the tire or pump air into the tire of his or her bicycle, a girl should be equally equipped to do that. If a girl should know how to cut onions or chop onions or how to whip up the batter of a cake, a boy should be equally equipped to do that. And it should not be, this is your thing, this is your thing. It should not be, this is girl thing, this is boy thing. Swap the chores. Let them do everything around the house. Your vocabulary is another thing. Me and my husband, we have been very particular that we choose adjectives, we choose phrases which are not, which don't reek of gender. For instance, the pet name that we have for Zoe, it's not really a pet name, it's the way we talk to her. It's a rock star. Rock star can be a girl or boy. Usually if you see, we use champ and big boy and yeah, so these kind of words for boys, and for girls we use princess or Barbie or pretty, these kind of words. So keep your vocabulary also gender neutral. You have to become conscious before you raise your children in a gender neutral environment consciously. So that's point number two. Point number three is very simple, but we at times overlook these things. If you have a boy and a girl, and if you give them pocket money or allowances, make it equal or make it age appropriate. Don't give a boy more allowance or a girl more allowance because of their gender. I don't say all the time because of gender stereotypes or biases, girls are at the receiving end. No, there are boys which are equally at the receiving end. Both of them suffer because of gender stereotypes. Why do they exist? When they grow older, discuss these things. If they confront anything or if they see anything around them, discuss it. There's so many beautiful, amazing TED Talks which you can expose them to, so many books that you can read together, so many real life examples that you can read together. And why just older boys or girls? Younger children can read a beautiful book called Rebel Girls, or a story about boys and girls who dared to be different. These kind of books which are real life examples of boys and girls who broke all stereotypes, who broke problems, and who just shattered all the problems that were in their way and just grew. Those kind of stories, I think that it promotes a healthy discussion around it, around the topic, and I definitely recommend that. Be your child's role model. Love them for who they are. Respect them, because that's very important. Talk about boundaries. Talk about how they have boundaries, and other boundaries also are there. Don't mock anybody because based on a particular aspect. Don't force your child into loving, hugging, kissing anybody. That's also very important. If someone else makes fun of your child's choices, which are based on gender stereotype or otherwise, stand up for them if your child is too young. Be a good role model. Be respectful, but be vocal. And see what's going around in your house. Scan your house and see what's going around. My book is now with the publisher and it will be out in a month. I'm hoping I can reach out to all of you. I'm not an author really. I'm more of a person who likes speaking and sharing. But this was something I had put a lot of hard work and a lot of thought into. I've poured my heart out on the topic of raising Generation Equal, which is something which is very close to my heart. So I will leave a link as soon as the book is available here somewhere on our social media, and I hope it reaches out to you. Till then, keep rethinking parenting, and please have your mask up, wash your hands, keep social distancing, have a vaccine, get a vaccine as soon as possible, and still after the vaccine have all the protocols in place. Take care of yourselves. We need to be strong right now and keep raising Generation E. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon.